Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI tutorial by SlideScope. In this part, we are learning about creating Apple 2024 sales analysis dashboard, where you will see iPad sales, iPhone sales, Mac sales, wearable sales in 2024 in million units, total services revenue, region-wise sales in million units, state-wise sales in million units with these filters. If you will select any one of them, you will be able to see the performance in that particular region or in that particular state. Obviously, we have different countries and states here. For example, if we select India only, then you will be able to see performance in India or Illinois, one state, Hong Kong, etc. And this is how it is given in the dataset. So the dataset that we are using is available on kaggle.com. So let's get started with creating this simple dashboard in Power BI and see how we can style it. So this is the Apple Sales 2024 dataset. In this dataset you can see we have name of state, region, then we have iPhone sales in million units, iPad sales in million unit, Mac sales, wearable sales in million units, and service revenue in $1 billion. The data set that we have here is downloaded from this Kaggle URL, and here you can see dataset offers a comprehensive overview of Apple's product performance across global regions in 2024 and includes over 1000 records, providing granular insights into sales trends and revenue distribution. So from here you can download the dataset, and after downloading the dataset you can import this dataset into your favorite BI tool or preferred BI tool for analysis purpose. So let's learn how to do that. To start the analysis process, we will open Power BI, and from here we will simply connect get data and click on text CSV because the file is in CSV format. Open the file, and here you can see file is loaded properly. Simply click on load. Now once the data is loaded, we can go to view. From here we can select a little darker background color. This is optional, but I prefer this because it makes our visuals look highlighted. We will decrease the transparency to 2%. Apply. Now we have the background. Now we go to insert and add a text box to give heading to our dashboard. So let's give a heading. This is Apple 2024 Sales Analysis Dashboard. We will align it to center, make it bold, and use a size of around 28. So this is Apple 2024 Sales Analysis Dashboard. If you want, let's say you are analyzing the data, so you can also include image of Apple logo to let people know what we are doing here, which we can do later as well. Now we simply expand the data set. We can see most of the fields that we have here are numerical fields like sales in units, and we also have service revenue. So first thing that we will do is we will go to visualization and create some KPI cards. So here we will add, first of all let's create one KPI card, style it, and then we can copy it. So here we want to include iPad sales in million units. Okay, when you will drag that, you can go to format your visual. First of all, let's reduce the callout value to around 32. We can make it bold. We can choose a different type of color, whatever we prefer. Let's select this color, and instead of sum of iPad sales, we will simply rename for this visual as iPad sales in million units. Now, because there are three different or four different sales that will be represented in million units, so what we can do, we can also insert a shape here. Let's say we insert this shape, okay, and in this shape we will include something like this. So first of all, we will include our cards here. Let's reduce the height. Now in format we will send it to backward, okay. Then we will select this card and this card together. So press Ctrl or Command and select them both, okay. After selecting them together, we can simply go to format and group them. By grouping them, when you will drag them, you will be able to see they are moving together. Now why have we done that? Because here we can include one heading. So for example, we can add a text here or something that this is in million units. But before that, we can go into properties, and from here we can increase the height and width. Let's say we want to increase the height or width, which you can do that. And secondly, in our background color, okay, we can choose a different type of color. So first we will select the shape. In shape style, we have the background color, and we will choose a different color, okay. This is optional, but this is something you can do. So I have simply ungrouped it. I'm going to make some space on top for heading, and now I'm going to bring four cards here, make the spacing almost equal, and now I will select them and this, and then I will group them, okay. Now I can also add a text box saying in million units, make it bold, and let's say font size I will select as 14, font color I will select as this color, and I will simply align it to center, and from here we can drag it like that. So this way we can add a heading over our text boxes, and what I can do in the effects, I will disable the background. So this is something that Apple Sales 2024 sales analysis dashboard, and here you have different graphs, right? Now we will select them one by one. So this is sum of iPad sales in million unit. So now there is no need to do this, and we will simply write it as iPad sales in million units, okay. Similarly, here we will bring iPhone sales and rename it as iPhone sales. So this is a repetitive task. So I'm just pausing and going to do it. Also, if you want to give some, reference images, like this is iPhone sales, so we can give one image of iPhone, iPad, just to represent what these numbers are representing. So we can insert some images also. So we can select from image. So you can get the image from Apple website or different type of stores. And let's say we have this image, and in a style we will use fill, and first of all make its width and height according, and just include it here, right? So This will obviously going to take some time in making the adjustment, but you can adjust it by zooming, right? So let's try if fit will work, and this way we can add the image here. Okay. Similarly, we can bring for other products as well. For example, we have this image, and similarly we can go to style, make it fit, and then adjust its width and height accordingly. And obviously, because we our card sizes are small, so we can include the product there. And one more, for wearables we have this watch, and width, just width, height, and put accordingly. Once this is done, you can, you know, zoom out a little bit, and now we have our main dashboard showing sales in million units. Anytime you can increase its size to show what it is representing. Okay, so these are all sales in million units. We also have the service revenue. So for that we can simply bring or create another card here, and in the card we can show this. So in the card, first of all, let's adjust its width and height. We can show service revenue. Now here we have used the category label. If you want to include a separate title, so you can also bring, you know, in general you can enable a title here, and here you can bring something like this, service revenue, and whatever unit we are using. So for example, service revenue in $1 billion, because 12.4K will look very less here. So this is service revenue in $1 billion. We can make it bold, align it to center. We can use a different color as we are using. Now we can also select a divider, right? And you can also increase the font size because we have space here. This is your value. So in your card visual, you can select value and select a different type of color for it. In general, you can go to effects and enable a shadow to make it stand out. Similarly, you can select the shape, and here also we can enable a simple shadow. Okay, once we have enabled the shadow, we can adjust its height and width accordingly. So let's adjust that. We have the grid lines to support. Next, we also have a state and region. So we can show region wise sales in million unit and region wise service revenue. So in order to do that, we can bring a stack column chart here, and let's say we increase its height up to this mark, and here we will bring, first of all we are going to bring a state on the state or region on the x-axis. So first we brought region, and on y-axis, because it's a stacked column chart, so on top of one bar will be shown, and on top of that bar different values will be shown. So let's see, for example, iPad sales. Okay, so there are these 5 regions: Greater China, rest of the world, Europe, North America, and rest of Asia. And here we have some of iPad sales in million units. If we bring iPhone sales also, so you will see they are appearing on top of each other. But if you want them to appear side by side, then you can choose the clustered chart. This way you will be able to compare them, and region wise, you know, what products are preferred, you will be able to view that as well. First of all, let's adjust their height and width, and here we are going to select this and going to enable shadow for it as well. And we can bring other other metrics in y-axis. This is Mac sales and this is wearable sales. So you can see in all the regions iPhone sales in million units is most. On second we have iPad sales, then we have wearables and Mac. So this is almost the trend, and in Greater China we have most number of sales in terms of million units. Obviously the title here is very long, so we can adjust the title. So title is region wise sales in million units, and we can simply go to title setting and we can align it to center. We can choose the text color as this color, increase its size a little bit, make it bold. If you want, you can also enable a divider. So this is region wise sales in million unit. Similarly, we can copy it one more time, and here now state may be, the number of states may be more than number of regions. So obviously the axis will become longer, but just remove region from here and bring a state. Here you can see we have state wise sales, so we can simply make it full width because we have space here, and here we will simply write state wise. So in title we will simply write state wise. If you want to give different kind of colors to them, you can give. So for example, if you will go there, you have columns, you have different type of series. Let's say for iPad you want a different color. Okay, let's say for iPad we want this red color. For iPhone we want to select this color. I'm just giving a different example here. Or this color, right? For Mac we want to select this color, and for wearables we want to select a dark black color. So you can select that as well. It's your choice. Or if you prefer the default color palette, you can keep that. Now in this space we will add some filters. So the filters that we are going to use are will be created with the help of slicer. First of all, I will adjust its height and width, and I will first of all style one of them and then copy. So here in the field, first thing that we will bring is region, and in slicer setting I will just use a drop down list, and in value setting I will increase the value size, let's say 18, or we can go 20. This is header, you can increase the header size as well. We can select a different color for header. Let's select this color. Similarly, we can select it and enable some shadow, and we can simply copy it one more time, and so that we can bring its state name here. Okay, so this way we have the slicer. In this field we are going to bring the state name. So this is region, this is a state. For example, we want to see only in Europe. So now all the states or regions in Europe you can see, like UK, Spain, Italy, France, Germany, and everywhere you will be able to see iPhone sales will be mostly there. Greater China, North America, rest of Asia, rest of world. Here you can see we don't have option for select all. So we can go to slicer setting. In selection, we can enable select all. Here also select all. This way, anytime someone who is analyzing the visual or analyzing the report, so they can select all. So this is a simple dashboard that we have created here, and it is a simple dashboard. So I hope you like the tutorial. Some students requested us to create these type of simple dashboards with formatting, etc., so that we can see how we can format, how we can use the different styling options. So that's why we are bringing these simpler dashboard ideas, although we have more advanced dashboards in the same playlist. So you can go and watch them, where we have used many DAX queries, DAX expressions to create different type of measures, columns, and calculated tables as well. So try this and see how, or create something and share with us. If you have done some creative work, please share with us in the comment section. We'll be happy to review it as well. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.